everything.
Okay, I got vegan
Vegan
vegan jerky breath. So y'all just gonna have to find the love in that.
Oh, we live now. We on.
Okay, welcome to Health Matters. I am Dr. Felicia Bridges with my co-host,
Mr. Cat Fitness himself.
and I am so excited today because we have some good guests
Man,
today.
we have some people that traveled in all the way from Sacramento.
They came.
Macamento?
Macamento in
the building? There you go.
So I'm gonna try to do this.
Okay, don't try to do anything.
That's
Just
right.
do it.
You always tell me that.
Yeah, stop trying. Just
I
let
have.
it flow.
I have Ian Cardi,
Yup.
Vegan Van 916.
owner, CEO, and HCIC,
Yup.
meaning head chef in charge.
Okay.
I like that. A Vegan Van 916.
There you go.
There
And
you
we
go.
also have
Faith Ariel
Yes.
Roberts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she's got many talents. I'm just trying to tell you.
Okay.
So she's
Let's run them down real quick.
She's a trauma informed yoga instructor,
Okay.
and a screen went off.
Yo, screen went on.
Right.
She also does what? Health and nutrition?
Right.
Okay.
And she's also native Atlantean.
ATL in the building.
ATL.
That's what's up.
And she's a holistic nutritionist
Mm-hmm.
and a creative. So when you say creative, what does that mean?
Well, it means many things. I actually went to school for film and found myself working in the industry for a while. It led me to the yoga mat. So I still like to dibble and dabble a little bit, but I'm just constantly creating, even in my businesses now, just trying to figure out innovative ways to be productive in the community.
So you guys have actually came together and created the first, I'm going to let you say this, Vegan Van 916.
Yeah.
It's the Coalition
For vegans of color.
for Vegans of Color. How did
Yep.
you guys come up with that idea?
Man.
Or how did you guys even cross paths? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Randomly.
y'all
Very
just
random.
walking down the street with y'all vegan shirts on, and then
Not
it's like,
even.
okay, well, tell us how this all came together.
Well, you want to tell?
You can tell them.
Basically, I was invited out to be a vendor at a yoga studio.
Okay.
And she walked up and tried my food and was telling me that she had heard about my burgers because I had just won a burger challenge.
Isn't that one of your nicknames?
That is actually, yeah. My
Burger?
nickname is Burger.
Oh,
Yup.
okay.
Yeah,
We'll get into that in a little
right.
bit.
We're
Yup.
going to have to explore it that way.
I actually got it tattooed on me. But yeah. So she had heard about my burgers.
Okay.
I had just won a local
And you didn't
vegan
bring us
burger
no.
challenge.
You didn't bring us no burgers.
Nah, they
did
wouldn't
you?
travel well, you know.
Oh, man.
You didn't want that.
You could have brought the griddle or
Nah,
something.
you
We'd have been out
you
back
know,
flipping.
I got all the vegan van stuff in the car.
Okay.
So we just got to talking and then found out that we had we were like-minded as far as wanting to change the community. She had a couple of different contacts that I was not aware of as far as people to reach out to, and I hit her up on Instagram, and then
Boom.
the rest is history.
The rest
We
is
just started vibing back and forth, and here we are.
Okay. And so you're originally from Atlanta.
Yes.
Okay. How did you get all the way out to Cali?
I bought a one-way ticket and just made it happen. I actually moved to LA initially, and I was on my way back to Atlanta at one time. I had an uncle here who's now deceased. Sacramento was actually supposed to be a 2-week thing for me, and I just said, you know what, let's just bloom where we're planted and try to make it work. So been here in Sac now 3.5 years, Cali 7.
Okay. So let's start it off where, how did you two become vegans? You know what I'm saying? Because the average brother and sister is not talking about the vegan lifestyle, you know? So let's start with you, Vegan Van 916. What made you get into this vegan lifestyle?
Health.
Okay. Break it down to us.
Yeah, long story short,
We need the long story. We got an hour show.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
We need the truth and
Definitely
nothing but
wanna
the
know
truth.
I hear you.
all
Yeah.
the tea.
Well, yeah, so I was pre-diabetic. I had super high blood pressure.
Okay. How old were you, if you don't mind me asking?
This was 2 years ago, so I was 33, I believe.
Wow, a young man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Aches and pains and stuff. And then, so I started eating what I thought was healthy with the chicken and or lean chicken and fish and veggies and stuff like that. Not really knowing that also was, attributing to my high blood pressure and stuff like that.
Health issues.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. The doctor was like, go ahead, eat clean.
Keep doing it, yeah.
Go ahead.
So nobody really told me anything. So in that journey, some things happened to my ex, and her heart stopped.
Wow.
She was pregnant with our twins, and
so she was having a massive heart attack with your twins, or she?
Well, they don't know what it was. They said
Okay.
they don't know if it was a heart attack. They don't know why her heart stopped, but I happened to be there and did CPR on her.
So she was out for a second.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, they had to bring her back to life 4 times.
Wow.
And she spent 2 months in the hospital. Still pregnant with the twins. That event in itself, though, so she recovered. Twins are here. Everybody's fine.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, basically, that event in itself also kind of pushed me towards more research.
Okay.
And that led me to veganism overnight. Like I did watch What the Health, but I'm not one of those people that actually watch a video and just like, okay, I'm going to switch.
You wasn't a groupie from What the Health.
Nah,
Is that what you're saying?
nah.
You didn't become one of those
Nah.
groupies.
I actually was quote unquote raised vegetarian, and I put the air quotes around it because every chance I could, I snuck meat.
Yeah.
Because it was just more so like do what we say,
Yeah.
not really the education
So
behind it.
your mom and dad were vegetarians?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because my
Okay.
dad he was on dialysis for 13 years. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened. And
so
then,
did they switch over? Was it something that they did from like a spiritual background, or were they just doing it for health reasons
health
as well?
reasons, they went vegetarian for health reasons. Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
So yeah, basically, I did the research, and then in the research and looking at things like, just for a quick example, like the American Heart Association, who recommends people eat pork, and you start to wonder like why, and it's like even when I was eating meat, I knew like you don't really want to eat pork with a heart condition,
Yeah.
So you
Some greasy
look
ass
at
bacon.
it,
and pork chop.
it's like why are you doing that? So you look at their sponsors, and they're sponsored by a pork company. Oh, they're also sponsored by somebody who makes heart medication.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
They're in bed with the enemy.
Yeah, that's kind of like McDonald's.
Yeah.
McDonald's owns Weight Watchers, and so they get you coming and going.
Got you. Yeah. See, I didn't even know that.
So they tell you, go get the French fries. Just go get the small bag instead of the large or something.
And then when you either way, you gonna gain the weight, and we got you though.
Yeah.
Health Weight Watcher.
Yeah, just count the calories.
Right.
You're good. You eat French fries. You can only have so many points though.
Right.
So how long have you been vegan now?
It'll
Or
be 2
plant-based?
years. It'll be 2 years. May 17th, actually. I did it overnight and have not looked back. It's the best decision.
What do you
I've
mean by
made.
overnight?
I stopped overnight.
Cold turkey?
Yep, cold turkey, and just.
How was that process like? Was it tough? Like, because I actually coach people. Being a health coach, personal trainer, and some people can't stop overnight. It's a process. So what was that process like for you?
I happen to know you coach people.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people.
Oh, okay.
Actually the process was easy. It was easy as hell. I got kids, so anybody with kids knows like if you're doing something for them, it doesn't like there's nothing really that you won't do for them. So
It's like a light switch.
yeah, that was easy as hell. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I need to be here. Especially with the doctor saying they don't know what was wrong with their mom. So it's like, all right, this could potentially come back, they told us. And it was like, all right, well, somebody got to be here.
Somebody got to be healthy for the kids.
Yeah.
Okay. So, go ahead, Felicia.
Well, you're talking about how he became vegan, and now we're about the same amount in. I'm on year 2. Am I being year 2?
I feel like it. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
With your turkey jerky vegan.
It's soy.
Huh?
It's soy.
Yeah.
I'm not. I can't even eat meat. I really can't. Even that that Beyond Meat
Yeah,
that they have it to, or Impossible Burgers.
exactly.
It is so much like meat. I can't even eat that.
Yeah,
It's just
the
totally,
texture and everything throws
everything
you
is
off.
just nasty. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, back to you.
It's all good. That's funny you say that though too, because I always tell people the old me would hate me now, because like if I'm in somewhere where they're like cooking bacon or something, I gotta walk out the building.
Yeah,
just
you
the
do.
smell,
You
your
can't do
senses.
it. Yeah,
Yes.
you get your stomach, everything.
Yep.
I cannot do it.
So, Faith, tell us a little about your transition. How long have you been vegan now?
I'm a backslider, so
Okay.
my vegan journey started in 2008.
Wow. Okay. If
yeah.
you knew me back in 2008, I wouldn't have known what vegan was. Like, what? Vegan?
Man, hello.
Really?
Yeah, man, maybe
Vegan.
vegetarian, but nowhere near the vegan word.
Yeah.
So how did you come across it back in 2008?
Well, I started a farmer's market actually in my mom's neighborhood where I grew up, simply because we had a lack of fresh produce. You know, we were tired of going to Kroger. And yet on the north end of Atlanta, you know, there were farmers markets galore, but nothing ever on the south side where we lived. And
On
so
the
it's-
other side of the train track.
Right, on the other side.
Let's identify.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm a creative, and I'm like, you know what, we can have our own, so let's start our own thing. But even in that, it wasn't so much just a market. We were just teaching people about everything, even artists in the community that people didn't know of, neighbors. People met their neighbors, like people didn't even know, like, oh, this person does this that lives right next to me. So it was a really more of a community type close-knit thing. But in educating about the food, I'm like, okay, I have to change my lifestyle a little bit too. So that's kind of where it started. But yeah, I've been back and forth literally about 10 years now. Ian and I are probably like the same. I'm about 2 years in cold turkey, but yeah, that's really what started it for me. And also seeing my grandmother struggle with her health, and she went into a diabetic coma back in 2000. I think that was 2010.
Wow.
And I told her, like, okay, we have to stop. Like, you don't have to live with this. And, you know, the doctors, they always say, oh, well, you know, you need your insulin. You need all this She was on, like, 12 different medications. And I moved in with her for a while. And I'm like, no, like, we're not living like this. Like, you don't have to live like this.
Exactly.
So that's really what did it for me, because I love Grandma. So, yeah.
So did Grandma change her diet?
Yes, she did. And she's still doing good.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
She wasn't that set in her ways. Because, you know, some people, they get set in their ways. I'm not giving up my pork chops.
You know, especially that generation, because that's what they're used to doing, and just going to the doctor thinking that the doctor is going to fix them, and that's not the case at all. You know, it's about the pharmaceuticals.
Exactly.
Really, that's what it is, but they don't know any better a lot. That's what they're used to doing. So, no, and she listens to me.
Yeah.
My grandma listens to me, and she was like, well, whatever we got to do, let's do it.
So how's her health been?
She's good.
Okay.
She's doing really, really well. Still independent, still driving, everything. She's doing good.
So back in 2008, I'm pretty sure it was pretty challenging, you know, being vegan in Atlanta, you know, where soul food is
I know.
so rich in the culture,
all up
you know.
steeped in the South.
Because I've been down south.
I
you
was
know?
living there in 2008. And I wasn't
So, you
no
know,
vegan
the
food.
fried chicken, the fried everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how was that like?
It's hard, but Atlanta is just, and I gotta hype my city up. It's one of those cities we're very progressive as a people there. Very conscious. The conscious community has always been there. Sol Vegetarian, which is a restaurant, I grew up eating there, right in the West End, like right in the hood. So it's like it was there. It was up to you just to really listen.
So they had vegan restaurants out in the ATL. Okay.
Yeah. And there's even more now.
Yeah, I have
It's
a
a
few
lot.
people that I network with, and they say it's a huge culture right now.
Yeah.
And they have like
Right.
local farms and stuff like that where people are getting their local produce now. It's like they're going
Wow, that's
real health
amazing.
count. Yeah,
Yes,
real
that
health
is.
conscious out there in the
It's-
ATL.
Well, that's good. I didn't even know that it had taken on that kind of a movement back south.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we love our meat.
Yeah. Well, we think that's what we've been programmed to do.
Yeah, we think we love our meat. So
Yeah.
now I'm hearing that we can actually explore healthier alternatives.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. All right.
So, go ahead.
We
Nah,
always do this.
We always do it, at least once a show.
I know me too. I want to know how you started the van 916.
Oh, the vegan van?
Vegan van 916.
So I actually work out in the Bay Area. I work in San Ramon, and we have food trucks that come to our job every Tuesday and Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I would go out there, I would try to, when I started being vegan, I would try to get a vegan option or something, just something quick. And so it would lead me
At
to
these
like
food trucks, you were trying to get a vegan
Yeah.
option? Like, what kind of food trucks are you pulling up? Because the food trucks I know.
Well, the ones that I would go to would be
Yeah.
like there's one Indian truck that came around that actually had vegan
Oh, we
options.
talking about
Yeah.
San Ramon, I forgot.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, pinky up.
Yeah.
Right.
But then like the Mexican truck would really be the only one that I would go to because the other ones were straight like meat slabs on the side, and it was like, well, let me keep walking. But so I would go up to the Mexican truck and then ask them, basically what's in your vegetarian burrito, and you think, okay, let me remove the sour cream and the cheese, and you got a vegan burrito.
No.
But then you ask them like, yo, what do you cook your rice in? And they say chicken stock, and it's like, well, how the hell is this even vegetarian?
Right. Yeah.
So that led me to do some research, and it was like at the time there was 0 food trucks, vegan food trucks in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And
Try
so
to
I was
find a
like, all right.
refried bean. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that led me to the name. I haven't got the food truck yet, but I do pop-ups and I do catering. And I travel. So here I am.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, like, is it something that you specialize in when you come to the pop-ups? Are people looking for specific things, or are you just across the map when it comes to your culinary skills?
Well, I usually don't like to big myself up, but I'm pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm
pretty nice with
one on the back.
Yeah, with the
on the grill.
Yeah, on the grill with the grill work. But no,
this is coming from a guy that didn't bring us nothing to the studio today.
Yeah, Hey, but you've had my food
You
before though.
I was about to say you're supposed to be gassing you up today on the radio
I have to
station.
go off of his memory of food.
Yeah, how does that work?
Don't you got a video on the greens and stuff I bought you?
We gotta refer to a video that happened how long ago?
Listen, I got y'all. But nah, so actually right now I'm partnered up with Classy Hippie Tea. It's a black-owned tea shop in Sacramento. And every month it's a themed dish. So December we did vegan gumbo.
Okay.
And it's every Friday. So it's just one time a week. Go out there and you have the food. Vegan gumbo in December. January was chili. It was tea infused. So you had your health properties from the tea infused into the chili. I also added a vegan chocolate, which was like, the guy at the shop calls it everything free because it's like gluten-free, nut-free, soy-free. And it's like real clean ingredients.
Yeah.
And then this month is dedicated to the diaspora. So it's actually a West African peanut stew.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds good.
So you're actually saying things that sound delicious. Like most people, especially in our culture, when they think about vegan food, plant-based, or anything along the lines, they're like, man, it's going to be bland. It's not going to have no flavor. It's not going to have no soul or no spice on it.
Yeah.
So how do you create those taste profiles that people are going to be excited to come to you about?
Excellent question.
Yeah.
I would definitely see the floor.
Super easy answer. The exact same way that they do with meats and everything. Because no one really knows what meat tastes like. Like if you ask somebody what does meat taste like without the seasonings, what are they gonna say? You don't know. You know what I mean? You're not killing a piece of meat and eating it right then and there. You're actually putting seasonings on it, and when the seasonings are made from plants.
Yeah.
So what you're craving really is the plant, the flavor from the plant. So when you take chilies or peppers and herbs and things like that, all of that is plant. That's plant based.
Okay. So that's how you put your magic touch on it.
Easy.
Yeah. Sprinkle me.
Yeah. That's it. Like 40 said.
I realized when I would talk to you about the van that I should have backed up a little bit further. How did you come into your passion for cooking?
It's funny. So this happened before I went vegan. At my job, I have a full kitchen. So I used to watch Gordon Ramsay videos and just recreate what he was doing. And people at the job, I used to let people taste it, and they were like, yo, this is amazing. Like, what are you doing working here? And so switching to vegan, I just kept doing it and seeing more and more people enjoy my food. It does something for me. Like when you look out and you see a room full of people enjoying your food or the look on people's face and they're like, damn, this is good. Like, what the hell is this? Yeah. Or somebody that's not vegan, especially now, like when somebody that's not vegan, they taste it and they're like, yo, I did not expect this. Or I don't even miss the meat.
Yeah.
that right there is fulfilling to me.
Man, that's huge.
So you talked about the chili, you talked about the stew. What other culinary creations can we expect to come from you?
So I had the gumbo in December also, and people were extremely interested.
Now,
to
you
see
know our
how-
viewers on Facebook are looking at you like, you can't make gumbo without chicken
I
and
know, and
links.
shrimp
And
Guarantee you can.
some
And
crab.
that's not gumbo.
Yeah.
You know?
just go to my page and you'll see it. You'll see people enjoying it. Yeah, you definitely can.
So, I mean, what made you say, I'm going to shoot for this gumbo? Because that's like, and do you put any kind of like alternative meat substitutes into the gumbo to?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I actually do have the Beyond sausage because that's like, it's not that bad of a vegan meat.
Mhm.
So the Beyond sausage, I use that as the sausage portion of it.
Okay.
But
So it has
other
like a
than
little
that-
texture, like
Right.
a little sausage in there.
Yeah, other than that, it's all plants.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
the reason I did the gumbo is, I mean, honestly, like, for one, because people say it can't be done, and I'm the type of person that likes to prove somebody wrong.
Yeah.
So you say it can't be done, and then on top of that, people are like, well, how the hell are you going to make it vegan? Because
Yeah.
there's so many different things that are thrown in there.
Right.
But
Yeah, it's like 10 different meats.
yeah, but
It
it can be done.
can be done.
It can be done.
So okra is one of my favorite vegetables. Is okra in there?
It can be. Okra was not in mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wow. Okay.
Yep.
Some people like with
Yeah.
okra. All right.
Yeah, no, I mean, I used to be like that. And I actually, the first time I ever had an okra gumbo, I was living in Atlanta. My ex was from New Orleans. And that was some of the nastiest stuff. Not flavor-wise, just
Like
like,
the
I wasn't
texture?
expecting that
texture.
slime. I wasn't
The
expecting the slime from the
texture.
okra. And I was
Okay,
just like,
so now you're saying you don't like okra. Okay.
yeah, no, but I actually love okra, though.
Mhm.
Yeah. My taste buds have changed since I've gone vegan tremendously.
So, Faith, what's one of your favorite go-tos when it comes to your vegan palate? What do you like? Do you cook something up, or do you rely on his chili on the Fridays, or how does that work?
I would say for me, I just like fresh. I'm really into fresh herbs. And he just asked me that too. That's why it's kind of funny. I like a lot of different things.
Okay.
So it's really hard for me.
So on a
but-
typical day, what does your day look like? Especially being, a health coach and a yoga instructor, like how would you kind of paint a day for a client or somebody potentially that wants to become vegan or plant-based?
I would say to start with what you like first. I always tell people, what taste are you craving? And then we work around that, especially for people that are transitioning, because once you know what they like, then you just substitute. It's so much easier than people think. It's not hard at all. There are foods that even kind of mimic the flavors of meat too that you can use. But I ask them, what do you like and what are you eating right now?
Mhm.
And then we just find ways to veganize it.
So I wake up, I have scrambled eggs, I have sausage, I have toast, and a cup of coffee.
We got just egg now, so
Uh-huh.
we do the just egg. Yeah, and then you season it up.
Mhm.
That's the biggest thing. It really, being vegan too, it teaches you how to be really, really creative in the kitchen, because you're going to start using more seasonings now, because you're like, well, I miss this flavor. But you can experiment with these fresh herbs, which are also better for you because you're not using as much salt all the time either. So, but yeah, you experiment. You make it taste good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To finish that out, you have the Beyond sausage instead of your regular sausage.
Okay.
Got your whole wheat toast, or
Uh-huh.
get rid of the toast
Yeah.
altogether,
Yeah.
and then substitute the coffee for tea,
Tea. Okay.
Right.
and you in there.
And we winning.
Yeah.
Okay. Man. So when clients come to you, like, do you make them go cold turkey, like from what they're currently doing, or is it like a step-by-step process that you kind of walk them through?
It's always step by step.
Okay.
Because one thing too that I've learned is when you're driving something in someone's head, they'll do it for a while, but it's never sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll say, okay, well, I'll do what you tell me for a month, but then they drop off. So to me, it's easier to just, step by step. Well, let's start with not eating any red meat for a while, and then see how that goes. And let's see how you feel, because that's the biggest thing is you feel so much better. You have more energy when you're not eating the meat. So I always tell them, listen to your body, because your body tells you what's bad, what's good, but you have to learn how to just basically be in sync. And my biggest thing too is holistic nutrition. So that's what we do. It's not even always about the food. It's mental. Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to kind of explore that a little bit. When you say holistic nutrition, and you said it's not all about the food, it's the mental. Can you kind of expand on that?
So holistic basically means mind, body, spirit. And so your food is affecting your mood. It's going to affect your body chemistry and just really everything. And we don't realize that. We don't realize what we consume is affecting everything.
I was going to say, because food makes me happy sometimes. It do. Like, y'all eat something,
really
y'all
is.
like,
It's a
Yeah,
chemical
I've
effect.
had that
Yeah.
experience.
That's
Like, oh, this
true.
is so good. I want to sing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's true sometimes, but it can also be a bad thing. A lot of people are addicted to food and they don't even know it. A lot of people are comfort eaters. Like, oh, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to have sugar because I'm feeling down today. So you listen to your body and you figure that out first. Yeah.
People say sugar is like cocaine. It's
It
addictive
is.
Of cocaine.
Terrible.
It is
Yeah.
cocaine.
Yeah.
So how do you help people break those sugar addictions?
We stop. I do stop with sugar, cold turkey.
Detox?
Yes. You have to detox.
What about when they sweating and they come in, they like, man, the cookie is calling me.
So
It's
you just
calling
stop?
me."
But
Yes.
sugar's in everything.
stop with sugar. We have to learn how to prepare things at home. If you're busy, which I am too, so I kind of get it, and it's easy to go to Quick Trip on the way to work and grab a muffin or something, but you have to make that time. And when you do, it's also a part of self-care. That's when the holistics is coming in. You're making time to prepare your food. You're making time to shop with intention and making sure you're buying things that you need. Like, you have to make that time. It's just important.
Okay.
So cold turkey on the sugar.
Oh yeah, sugar is so bad, and I love it too. But it's so it causes so much inflammation in the system. It's awful. It's bad.
That makes sense. That makes sense that it causes inflammation in the system.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say to somebody who is in the midst of cold turkey, not eating sugar, and their body is kind of reacting to the fact that
Going
they're
through
not
those
having
withdrawals.
That, going through withdrawals.
That's what
How
it
do
is
you
up there in
ease
the day.
something like that?
That's when we have a yoga session.
Just stretch it
So
out.
that's
Just stretch it
where
out.
that's where the
Downward
trauma
dog.
informed yoga comes in.
Uh-huh.
That's where
Okay.
the mental comes in.
So
yeah.
let's talk about that.
Well, everything starts in the mind. I don't really feel like you can change your diet or even go cold turkey when you're transitioning to vegan without training your mind. I mean, it's a lifestyle. It's not just about the food. And so everything's going to change, too, when you stop eating this meat.
Yeah.
But you're training yourself. It's self-discipline. It's basically just mind over matter. Like, you think your body is craving this thing that you've been eating for years and years and years, but it's really just in your mind.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
It sounds easy. I know. I mean, hard, but it's not. It's just training the mind. So
I heard like
That's
a
what we
fun
do.
fact, like cravings only last like 3 minutes or something like that.
Really? 3
Yeah.
minutes? That's
Something like
it?
that. Yeah.
So if you could work through those 3 minutes, you actually
Yeah.
are okay.
Yeah.
you
'Cause
channel the energy
Because I'm
somewhere else.
because I'm vegan, but sugar is like really.
That's your beast? That's
That
your thing?
is
So
my
look,
beast.
I don't know if this will help you out, and honestly, I don't even know if this is true or not.
We're throwing false facts
We're
out there
not.
right now. So
We're throwing facts to go research out
okay,
there.
there you
Because
go.
I'm definitely going to go do the research. I just heard it last night, but I heard that there's pig blood in in sugar. Like that's
Pig
why they
blood
make
in
Yeah.
pig blood in
Like
sugar.
yeah.
Interesting.
Even
That's-
raw sugar
I
or
don't, like
Is it
no,
CH?
not like raw
Like-
sugar, but like that's why they have kosher sugar.
Oh,
The
okay.
granulated.
Well,
How would you even get pig blood? What I mean,
Listen,
what's
brother.
the-
I'm
I
thinking
just
that-
said,
I love to research that
This is
now.
stuff I gotta
I'm
go
thinking
research.
that they
also.
And we-
process it.
this is coming from a
near the
room
same
full of people with
facilities. I
iPhones
can
right
see
now.
how
We
that
gotta
would
Yeah,
look
but
at
I ain't
that.
on my phone. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm here
You
engaged.
giggling.
Okay,
Engaged.
we're gonna
But,
hold you. On
I mean,
that
like, I'm
one,
not-
We're gonna look that one up.
I wouldn't be surprised only because I do know that some of them run the sugar through bone char. So
Yes.
See, there you go.
Yeah, the same.
Yeah, so that would make
That's
that would make
Big
sense.
part of the
Yeah.
processing.
Yeah. So
yeah,
my next question to you both. Now the coalition
yeah.
for the black community.
Well, it's
Like-
for all communities of color. It's
Oh,
actually
okay.
for everyone,
Black and
honestly.
brown?
But
yeah.
yeah.
But why was it so important that you impact that community itself?
Man, because historically our diets have been the worst.
Okay.
And it's been taught to us generation
learned
to
behavior.
generation. Yeah, exactly. Learned behavior, so we need to unlearn it and learn what good behavior is. You know, the health aspect of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, in Sacramento, is it a huge community of plant-based brothers and sisters or vegans? Or
Nah.
no?
See, now you gotta back up, because I was thinking, what is the what's it called again? The health coalition.
Oh, the coalition.
The coalition. So explain to our listeners
Mm-hmm.
and viewers, what is the coalition?
You wanna? Oh, okay. So the coalition is basically just it's everything. We're not just about food and improving health, but really just making the community better. We've done a sock drive. We're doing a screening later on this month. But really, and we're not demeaning anybody that's still eating meat. So we're not pushing that. We're not being
That's not the agenda.
extremist.
Nah.
No. It's just really more so education, and to back a little bit too about what Ian was saying. It's just historically our diets have been bad. Also too, like socially, like you go into our neighborhoods, we don't have the same accessibility that other neighborhoods have. We don't have the best stores. You don't see farmers markets in
So
our
it's not good to have a
neighborhoods.
liquor store on every other corner? Is that what you're telling me?
Nah,
Is
not
that
at
what
all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Not at all.
What are those called? The hot chips that all the kids be eating?
Takis?
Takis? That's not
Oh,
healthy
wow.
for me?
Speaking
I
of
mean,
that, you see them
You don't
kids
see
eating them for
liquor
breakfast.
stores on every corner in affluent neighborhoods.
You
Ah.
You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
So
Yeah.
there's a reason for that.
So it's by design.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you guys go to different events or groups and kind of do your educational piece that way, or are you looking for people to join your group, or how does it work?
We're still looking for people who are really committed to the change. And even some of the people that we do have on our core group right now, they're not even fully vegan,
Okay.
but they're aspiring to be. So we're all
Because
still growing and learning.
I was going to say, and I'm not saying all vegan groups, but it's usually you're all the way in or you're not in at all.
Yeah, nah,
You know what I'm saying?
It don't
Like-
work like that in our community,
Okay.
though. You can't. It's just not like that.
Yeah.
Not amongst us. Mm.
Okay. So it's like a 12-step program to what you guys got going on. You got
12-step veganism.
Yeah, 12-step veganism where we can wean
Here's my
you
chip.
off. And
I
you can
have
still,
been a vegan for now
Right.
2 months now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
as long as
just-
you're committed to actually getting to the other
Yeah.
side, then it's
Right.
fine, you know. We're vegans, but I think, what's his name on Twitter? Cam Awesome, the boxer.
Uh-huh.
He had a shirt that
Great
said,
guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is. He is.
I
Great
got
dude.
to interview Cam at San Francisco Veg Fest.
Yeah. I met him up there too. He had a shirt that said, "I'm vegan, but not one of those." And I felt like that was perfect because it was
Wow.
like, you know exactly what kind of vegan they're talking
Yeah.
about up in your face, and
Yeah.
you better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a bad person.
Yeah.
Okay. So why did you feel that approach was so important?
Because we need to lead in love. Like everything needs to be led in love, and it's more welcoming. Somebody's willing to sit down and actually hear you out, or give it a try if you know that's where you're coming from, versus trying to shove this information down your face and telling you how horrible you are because I've never eaten meat before, right? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah,
It's not like we were born that way.
right,
you know?
exactly. You know,
Yeah. We actually got a comment. I don't got my glasses on. If one of you guys can peek over there and see. You got your glasses on, Felicia?
I got a bar.
man, you got to lean in and read that.
Mario,
Yeah.
It's
Wait.
Hold on.
so far
Hold on,
away.
let me see. I'm not bringing out the vegan. Hold on, what does that say? I gotta really.
Could you bring it forward?
Yeah, I could bring it forward. Boom. Get that, Felicia. With.
I'm thinking about being a vegan.
Nice.
Okay. And
Okay.
what was the name? You gotta throw out a shout out. Who?
Oh, this is a Measy Macanelia. Ooh, what a name! Hey, well,
There you
what's
go.
up.
good.
That's
Let's
what's up.
come on.
So let's ask you. Let's get a couple of questions since we got the coalition in the building. What are some of the things that are holding you back from the plant-based lifestyle? Like, what's stopping you? You're thinking about it, but do you need more information? Do you need recipes? Like, what's going on? And while she gets back to us, let's continue with the interview. Go ahead.
Well, we're in Black History Month.
We are.
And right now, you know what I've been seeing a lot? I've been getting a lot of getting a lot of tweets, seeing a lot of posts, and getting emails talking about the accomplishments or the contributions that Black people have given into the community, into the world with their inventions and coming up with stuff. And when you think about the
peanut butter,
and when you think about the United States of America, and ever think about what is American food? Well, the one American food that there is soul food. Now we know the origins of soul food.
Yeah.
And we know that ways to make soul food taste as good as it does is very unhealthy. How do we, for one, turn that narrative, still keep the positive aspects to being one of the producers of the one American food, which is soul food, and two, bring us into a healthier version of our origins?
So, I'm going to get a little bit deep.
Let's get deep. That's what I've been waiting for this whole time. You a deep kind of dude, too.
But I think we need to do it like how we, quote unquote, did the N-word. We took it and we made it our own. So we need to take soul food and actually make it our own and make it food that is good for your soul. And not full of the scraps that were given to us. But more so make it full of the nutrient dense foods and herbs that we actually can grow. So we need to take it and make it actually food that is good for our soul. Make it our own.
Okay.
Get rid of the N-word though.
Get rid of the yeah, I say get rid of the N-word too. My grandma would say, "Baby, that's fine. That sound all fine and good, but them ham hocks and my beans, that's what gives them that kick."
I hear you. But what about that medical bill?
Baby, you only live one time.
Yeah,
and
you do.
Food is just so good.
You do. Yep.
Is there a different way that I can season my beans without that ham hock?
Of course. Of course there
Come on,
is.
chef.
Baby,
let's give him
how do I season my beans without that ham hock?
The ham hock is really only adding salt to it.
Okay.
So,
so that's the purpose of the ham hock.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's the
We'll break it down,
saltiest piece
chef.
of meat. You know what I mean? So it's just adding salt. So you just add salt, like sea salt, pink Himalayan sea salt, and you'll get the same added effects. I mean, like I said, you don't know what the piece of ham tastes like without the seasonings on it. So, like, you're not taking that pig and then eating the ham hock by itself. You're actually seasoning it if you eat it. So yeah, you're just adding salt to it. That's all.
Boom! It looked like we have the question. So let's get you to come in with those. Huh? Oh, you got the glasses today. I told you I left my glasses.
Oh, you really can't see.
I really can't see that.
Gotcha.
Like, for real.
And it seems like my glasses aren't working either.
And HaHa Davis would
I
say,
need
"You
more
blind."
information, and I would love some recipes. Are you a girl I want to work without? Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on.
A girl I want to week without eating. I'm sorry, sweetie. You help me out with that one, Meezy. But this time, I actually going to stick to it. So.
Okay, she needs some recipes.
Some recipes.
Sound like she went 2 weeks without eating meat, and then she's.
Okay, so you did 2 weeks. That's all right. 2 weeks is a start. That's what I say. You know, especially my philosophy on it is it's the exact same way the coalition looks at it. Like, you know, everybody starts at a different point. Everybody's at a different level in their journey. Now, if you're, you know, working towards this goal of going plant-based or vegan, take the just proper steps. You know, do it once or twice a week. Find more recipes that you enjoy, and slowly cut out your diet. For the chef, what were some of the first things that you kind of started to eat when you transitioned? Any particular recipes you can throw at her to help her out with her transition?
To be honest with you, like when I first went vegan, I was eating some of the I was eating a whole lot more of the processed things, just trying to replace.
You and me both?
Yeah, I was replacing
like the sausage.
Exactly.
The
burgers and
what's that, Garden?
chicken nugget, Gardein.
Gardein
Yeah.
has a little like crumble that's
Yep.
like turkey or ground beef
Yeah.
that you could put in the spaghetti, the tacos, things of that nature.
Yeah, so that's the easiest way to actually start to switch. Eventually, you do want to get away from that. I don't know about a quick recipe. Honestly, the best.
Give her a recipe. Come on, feed them some knowledge out there.
So look,
Give them a freebie of the cookbook coming soon.
I got you. Yeah. We'll do that. Come back around to me. I'm gonna think of a good recipe to throw out.
What you got out there for them, Faith? Come on.
I say no. I do not put people on the fake meats.
Okay.
Simply because
So no sugar, no fake meats.
no, because you're still gonna crave that flavor. The key is we don't want you to still crave meat. So if you're still eating the chicken nuggets and the Beyond Meat and stuff, you're not gonna stop. Like I said, most of the time, most people are okay. I'll do what you say for a month, and then it's like, okay, well, it still tastes the same, so I'm gonna go back to it. I would say go to the farmer's market, buy a bunch of greens, and just go home and experiment, because that's the only way you're really gonna learn. Like you have to experiment in the kitchen and learn how to love your vegetables. You have to learn how to love them.
And I think a lot of us grew up eating canned vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't.
I
think
my grandma's from the South. She had a little
Oh,
garden.
she had the fresh? Okay.
Full of her greens and her green beans.
I remember
and
green
tomatoes.
beans and
We
stuff
was
coming
all
out the
in that
can.
garden.
Yeah.
We weren't eating nothing out of a can.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all luckier than I was. Shoot. I was just trying to have a moment right there. I thought we was going to reminisce. Now I get thrown under the bus, okay? Shoot. I mean, canned corn, all that kind of stuff. So y'all was eating fresh corn. They was peeling the corn off the cob?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I got to go have a talk with my dad and my mom.
Yeah.
Be like, man, y'all didn't treat me right when I was little.
I'm not a nutritionist, but one thing I do was particularly when I was trying to just find ways to stay vegan without having too many temptations to go out down another route is I started just Pinterest.
Huge resource.
And Pinterest would pop up stuff that were easy.
But you can create those folders too.
Right.
I tell people like this. Usually you have 12 to 14 recipes that you kind of cycle through, week to week or whatever the case may be. It's like take those exact same recipes, go to Pinterest. If you're doing spaghetti, put in vegan spaghetti and look at all the different recipes.
All the things that come up.
And then just like Faith was saying, like you got to put your magic touch on it at the end of the day. Like, cook it up like the recipe says. And then if it doesn't quite meet your taste profile, then season it up like you would normally do your normal spaghetti or whatever
I
the
would
case
even
may
say
be.
start there. Don't do what the recipe says. Like if you see that you don't like, I don't know, let's say you see rosemary and you don't like rosemary. Don't put rosemary in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's like celery. If it calls for celery,
don't
I'm not
do
putting it in there. Right.
So, but I think honestly, the best resource for that is YouTube.
Okay.
One of my friends would say, like you could build a house by watching YouTube. You know what I mean? So honestly, that was one of the places where I went, and you just put vegan in front of whatever it is that you want.
So you went to YouTube to look up vegan recipes.
I looked up vegan recipes there. I go honestly, or I'll just Google search vegan whatever, and I'll look at what goes in it, and then I'll take it and just flip it and make it my own.
Okay.
Quick recipe.
We got one. Get your notebooks out, y'all. He's gonna throw out a freebie to y'all.
And this one is like one of my go-tos, and this is one that like people love. Actually, it's the first meal she had too. So it's basically a bunch of vegetables. You'll have
like a stir fry.
Yeah, like a stir fry. So whatever vegetables you want to go in your stir fry, I would say that. I usually use broccoli, some asparagus, red bell peppers, red onions, garlic, ginger.
So y'all know it's lunchtime. I haven't had lunch yet. I'm gonna be throwing out all these foods.
Hey, find me a grill. So red onions, garlic, ginger, and then you saute everything up, and then you throw in some. I use liquid amino. I don't use the soy sauce. And then some sesame oil. A little bit of sesame oil. Be careful with that because it is super powerful. And then at the very end, I throw in arugula. And then I throw in some peanut butter, and you have like a Asian style peanut sauce.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So if y'all didn't, rewind the video, go zzz, get your pen and pads, and write that down and try it out, and send us what you thought in the comments about that particular recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a thumbs up or was it a nah, Vegan Van 916 and keep that in there? Don't put that in the book.
Well, it won't be. Just simple with those simple ingredients.
Yeah, it sounds
That
pretty simple. I could do that.
good,
Yeah.
right.
Make sure you throw a little black pepper on it too. You do not need salt because the liquid aminos taste good.
Very
That's
salty.
Yep.
That's your salt.
Very salty.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's comparable to soy sauce.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And you could also substitute that for coconut aminos, like depending on what part of your journey you're on. You know what I mean? You could do coconut aminos.
That's what I use. I use coconut aminos.
There you go.
Once again, I'm hungry. We hadn't had lunch yet.
There you go, man.
So you guys again, the stomach all fired up right now.
Yeah.
How much longer we got, Felicia?
We're in. We have about 10 more minutes.
10 more minutes for him? Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. So we getting the crunch time right now.
Yeah.
Y'all ready for the crunch time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Crunch time?
Well, we could talk. We could be crunch time, and this is crunch time topic. What plans do you have down the road, and where can we find you to eat?
So, myself plans or the coalition plans?
Both.
Both?
All the plans.
Yeah, so Vegan Van, basically I am at Classy Hippie Tea in Sacramento, 3226A Broadway.
So you guys partnered up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every Friday of the month. We also do, for the coalition, we do a second Saturdays event. That's every second Saturday of every month. It's a vegan world market, so everything there will be vegan. All of the food, the vendors, all vegan stuff.
At the same location?
At the same exact location, yeah. Classy Hippie, Classy Hippie Tea.
Okay.
The coalition itself has 2 events coming, our first 2 launch events. Our first one is February 24th. It's an Afro Beats brunch. And like I said, this month is dedicated to the diaspora since it is February. So we will be having things like Jamaican patties, conch salad.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Conch salad.
What is that?
Yeah.
Man, I was in the Bahamas before I started this journey and had some conch.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you telling me I can have some vegan conch?
Bring it, yes, sir.
You saying anything right now? I gotta cut this interview short. Y'all, Vegan Man 916 has
Really?
lost his mind.
Listen.
There is no vegan conch.
We out here.
Yeah. How do you do the vegan conch? I'm just
We
curious.
can't tell
You're going to have to
you.
come
No,
and
you-
find out.
Can't
That-
tell you.
see?
Yeah, I
You
like
have to
that.
come and find out.
Sell that sizzle.
Definitely going to have to come and find out. But
Yeah, for all my
That's
Caribbean
sizzle.
brothers out
Yup,
there.
yup.
Right.
And jollof rice.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
jollof
jollof.
rice?
Yeah.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
make sure y'all go. Yeah, if you go on to either my Instagram, veganvan916, or Sol Brunch _ right?
SOL Brunch _.
Yeah. The link is in our bio for that event. It is also, so on the back end of that is a Afro Beats day party. So you're going to have the brunch, which will be followed by the day party. So you can stay, enjoy the vibes.
Yeah.
Tickets to the brunch actually get you into the day party as well.
Okay.
2 days later, we actually are having a free public screening of What the Health. And that'll also be at Classy Hippie. In the back, he has a huge room in the back, so we have enough to see. We have 75 tickets. There may only be like 20 or so left because they're going. But the doctor,
I could watch What the Health at the house. Why would I come out and
you sure can.
Kick
But
it
the
with y'all?
doctor from the video,
What
Dr.
doctor?
Milton Mills,
Okay.
Milton
Yeah.
Mills is making an
he's
appearance.
actually going to be coming
You know
doing a
him.
live Q&A. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
yeah, he's all about spreading the word. That's
Yes,
for sure.
exactly, and that's as a coalition, we thought it was so important for them to see someone who looks like them, who is a practicing physician that is spreading that lifestyle,
Right.
that choice. So, yes, so Dr. Mills will be there. So make sure you go on, like I said, and those tickets are on Eventbrite.
Okay.
You can just go.
What do they got to type in again on the Eventbrite to be able to get their brunch and the tickets for the What the Health screening?
So the tickets for the brunch, you can just go to Vegan Van 916 Instagram page.
Okay. And it has a link in the
The
description?
link is in my bio, or Sol Brunch, SOL Brunch _, and the link is in her bio.
Okay.
Throw
out the dates again, one more time, the dates and the times.
February 24th for the brunch from 11:30 it's actually going to go to 5
Okay.
because it's the brunch and the day party.
Okay.
And then the public screening
And it's
is
gonna be
actually
music and stuff at the.
Oh, yeah, man.
You gotta have
yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Okay.
Caribbean music, you know what I mean?
You gotta
Yeah.
tell us you gotta sell us on the whole
What's
thing,
the whole
man.
vibe of the thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an Afro Beach brunch, and that is the theme for everything. So it's
Okay.
it runs the course of the brunch and the day party. And then February 26th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the screening of What the Hell.
Okay. And Dr. Milton Mills is going to be there the entire time, or is he just have like a little hour segment? Or?
No, he'll be doing. So I mean, he's in the movie, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean. He'll be there for a Q&A after, right after the film.
Okay, so you be able to watch the full film. Is it going to be any of your chili or any gumbo there while you're watching this video?
But
Or
there's not going to be any of my stuff. However,
hint, clue. Trying to get you a plug.
No, I feel you. I mean, we good. Anybody that's tasted it can plug me. But no, none of my food will be there. But we partnered with Vegan Outreach.
Okay.
Mandela, actually, the grocery store from Oakland, the black-owned co-op. You'll be there.
Farm Fresh to You.
Farm Fresh to You.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the thing too. We wanted to make sure after people watch the film that you have resources. So I
That's
call
what
What
it's
the
all
Health the Converter. Like a lot of people go vegan off that film, but then it's like, okay, now what? What do I do? So
Exactly.
all the resources you need will be there. Like everything.
Okay.
Everything. Yep.
And you guys, as the coalition, do you have any kind of like quarterly thing that you provide resources where people just come out to an event where you guys are like, hey, here's some information about this, that, and another, or
We will.
Okay.
We will. So like I said, these are our first 2 events. This is our launch event. So basically we're just getting started. But we do have those plans in the works. Yes, we do.
Okay, good stuff. So, got like 5 more minutes, Felicia, before we get out of here, give or take? Okay. So, for our viewers on the air and on our Facebook Live right now, what's some advice you would give them if they're just starting off their journey? And I want to start it off with you, Faye.
Be patient. And if you go eat a cheeseburger, it's okay. Like you have to be kind to yourself and still remember it's a lifestyle change. The body will do what you tell it. And if you've been feeding it meat forever, it's gonna take time. Everybody can't go cold turkey. Some people can, some people can't, but just be patient. Be patient with yourself. Put in the time that you need to get what you need to feed your body. Like, you have to take the time out. You're gonna have to go to the grocery store now and shop. It's no more convenience. There's no more McDonald's, Taco Bell. It's over. It's over.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, any books or any resources that you have that helped you along your journey that you can pass along to our viewers that you might have used?
My favorite is How Not to Die. I cannot think of the author right now,
Dr.
but that
McGregor.
was my
Was
McGregor. Okay, that was my absolute favorite.
Okay.
It's just.
And what did you
just
take
really
away
good.
from that book that was so insightful?
But I think it was just it was so many facts. It's in shock value, things that we just don't know. When you go to the doctor, they're not even telling you a lot of things about your nutrition. So yeah.
How not to die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really good.
What about you, Mr. Vegan Van 916?
I think that
Same question.
my biggest piece of information and advice would be make your mind up.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing. It's not what you eat. It's not none of that. It's literally making your mind up that this is going to be like, I'm done with that old life. Because once you are headstrong, then really there's nothing else that's going to stop you. So if you do happen to have a slip up, you'll be able to wipe it off and say, okay, I did that, but I'm back to it. You know what I mean? Like, that was just a chink in the armor.
It's
You know
just
what I mean?
speed bump.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right
speed
there in
bump
the road.
into-
So
yeah.
now I'm back on it. As far as me, honestly, just research was my biggest thing.
Any particular person that you followed or got your research information from that you felt that was really insightful?
Well, everyone that I follow, honestly, like I try to take bits and pieces from everyone. So it's not like I can just name one person, but literally just go out and do your research on everything. Just for an example, what they talk about in What the Health as far as the sponsorship of, certain...
Google that.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So then you go to those certain pages and you look at who their sponsors are, like, and for you to see it live and in person on their own website, it's like, damn, they wasn't lying. This is crazy.
Right.
So just stuff like that. I'm take tidbits from everybody and I research it. So, yeah. And that keeps me headstrong.
You got any closing questions for him, Felicia?
No, but he keeps talking about what the health, and all I can keep remembering from what the health is that, you know, how meat is a level 1 carcinogen.
Yeah.
Bacon.
That alone should be enough for anyone to just stop eating that.
Yeah.
But
or even feeding it to your kids, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Bacon is, and that's from the World Health Organization. So anybody that wants to
I know,
look
from
up
the
that,
World Health Organization.
Yep.
They'll tell you
Meat
straight to
is
your face.
Yeah.
Bacon is a level 1 carcinogen.
Yep.
Just saying.
That means it causes cancer, y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like smoking a cigarette.
So I think it's fantastic that you guys are out there, for one, cooking, for one, trying to change the health
They're
practices.
not trying to do anything. See?
Right, I'm trying to get that. I'm getting that word out of my vocabulary. Trying.
Yeah.
I think that's my default word when things don't quite work out.
You know I'm gonna hold you accountable.
You keep plugging at it, and it will work out. Especially if you put the passion behind it. I appreciate you guys putting the word out there to get communities of color to be healthy and to really take serious thought about their health practices. And I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll keeping track. I always like having these conversations because it's always, to me, I think they got to come back.
Yeah.
There's still, there's never ever enough time to explore everything that we could possibly talk about.
Yeah.
So I know we'll have this conversation again.
Absolutely.
And just thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
And
let's get you guys to plug your websites and your social
right,
medias
yeah.
and everything
Plug
like
those
that.
again.
Make sure, go ahead and hop on the mic, Faith. Let them know where they can find you and everything that you have going on.
You can find me at Sol Brunch, SOL Brunch _ all your vegan event planning and catering needs.
You can find me at VeganVan916 across all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything. VeganVan916, 2 V's like vegan. And VeganVan916.com also. Website is being revamped, but it's still up right now, so you can go there and see like old menu options and things.
Okay. And the website for the coalition and all that kind of stuff, or you guys have any social media presence with that?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you have a IG or anything for the?
We do have an IG.
Yeah. Go ahead and
what is it? Cal CVOC.
Yes.
Yeah. Say that one more time.
Cal CALCVOC.
Okay. Good stuff.
For California Coalition Vegans of Color.
Okay, I like that.
And just real quick, if I wanted to join and be a part of this movement in Sacramento, do I have to live in the Sacramento area?
Nah, we're actually trying to expand, so
okay.
I will be hollering at you, sir.
Don't try to expand, just expand.
Yeah, no, we are. We are. There you go.
It's
hey,
the
look,
try police right
getting
there.
at me about the try word. Yeah, nah. So I'll be reaching out to you, and we have a few people out here in the Bay, so we will be expanding to the Bay in
the near future.
Exactly, the very near future, and hopefully across this country.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a movement.
There you go. Got to start somewhere, right?
Exactly, and we started in Sac. Now let's go.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That wraps it up for Health Matters. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Please tune in to us on Sundays on KPFB 89.3 FM in Berkeley. And that would be at 2 o'clock.
I was going to say, where can they find you, Felicia, on social media? They got to come looking for you.
They can find me at Health Matters Radio.
Love you.
At Health Matters on Instagram. I'm laying low on Facebook. Love y'all, but I'm laying low. But you can always send me an email. I'm always down for that because then I can trace your IPO address. And my email address is at FeliciaB@kpfa.org. And you can even call me. My number is area code 510-761-6403.
Just because you call her, guys, doesn't mean she's gonna pick up.
Yeah, so let the secret out.
Yeah, so you can find your man Kev Fitness on IG at KevFitness3, Also on Facebook, Cat Fitness. And I'm pushing my YouTube channel now. I'm going to start putting up more content up there, so you can also find me on YouTube at Cat Fitness. So make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. So in the video, we're doing a video right now, y'all. So make sure you hit that subscribe and like button and keep on following us every week right down there. So thank you guys once again for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you guys came all the way from Macamento.
You feel me? You feel me?
To Macamento in the building,
yeah.
you know, in the building.
Ta-ta for now.
Ta-ta. We'll see you guys next week. All right. Peace out.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.